Welcome to How to Reprogram Your Mind for Trading Success. My name is Chris. I live in the United States and I have been trading since 2009. When I first started out trading, I started with stocks, like most people do. I traded stocks, I traded penny stocks, I traded small cap stocks, and then I eventually moved into trading futures. So a little bit more about me and why you should listen to me. Like I said, I've been trading since 2009. I'm a full-time futures trader, not an author. Okay, I don't earn my living off of doing things like this, even though it is part of my income. The primary income that I get is from actually trading. Okay, I trade my own money and I help others do the same. I have spent over $40,000 in trading education since 2009. Okay, so I definitely have been around the block. I have been in most trading rooms that are out there. I've been to most seminars that are out there. If you want to look me up, you can. My website is dailytradingincome.com, and you can also find me on Facebook at Facebook Make Money Day Trading. So I'd be happy if you want to look me up there, like my page. I post really good content every single day on my trade setups, what I'm looking for, and how to make money trading the markets. What this course is and what it isn't. I assume that you already have a trading strategy if you're watching this video. Okay, you have a way of knowing when you have a trade and when you don't. Okay, if this is not the case, then email me and I will share with you what strategy I use. This is for people that have a method but are still not getting the results that they want. So I want to be very clear about that. I'm assuming at this point that you have a strategy that you use, and once again, what does that mean? It means that you have a way of clearly identifying when you have a trade and when you don't. Okay? A couple of questions, okay, that you need to, you can ask yourself about, do you wait for your trade to set up only to freeze and not pull the trigger and watch the trade work? Do you get into your trade and start moving your stops or take a little profit because you are overcome with fear and uncertainty? Do you talk yourself out of trades? Do you sometimes avoid trading because you don't want to lose any more money? Do you take losses as a personal attack on your identity? Okay, if any of these sound like you, welcome to the club. Okay, it's most traders. It's human nature. Okay, 97% of traders fail. They lose money. And it doesn't have anything to do with, I don't want to say anything it has to do, but it doesn't have a lot to do with the method that they're trading. Most traders fail because they don't understand how the human mind works. And that is what kept me from success for many, many years. Okay, that's what this video is about. That's why I'm doing this video. That's why I recorded this video. Okay, I'm assuming that you're a trader. You want to start making money. You want to be consistent, and you're just not there. Okay, if you look at these list of questions, okay, they should, one or more of them should resonate with you. Okay, you should be able to identify with them. And if that's the case, that's great, because that's exactly what this is all about. Okay, if you answered yes to any of these questions, then this video is for you. Okay, I was in the same boat for a very long time. I was frustrated, angry, not pleasant to be around. My wife was tired of it, and I was tired of it, but I knew that I could do this. I had a passion for trading. I wanted to make money trading, but I was so frustrated. I had friends that were doing really well and thinking, what in the hell is going on here? Why can't I get this? It was the most frustrating thing that I ever have tried to do. Okay, I was successful in all of my other businesses that I had, all the other companies that I had worked for, but then when I went to trading, it was just like very stressful, very frustrating, and I just wasn't getting the results that I wanted. Okay, remember in the beginning when I told you how much money I spent on trading education? Well, I can't even begin to add up the money I spent on the mental side. I even hired a sports coach to help me with my fear, and I still lost money. Okay, so I spent $40,000 just on the technical side of trading. Okay, that's with the books, the tapes, the seminars, the trading rooms. I even hired one coach. I even spent $10,000 with one coach, and you probably heard of him online, and I still lost money. Then I spent even more money trying to understand why I was losing the money and overcoming the fear. Okay, so what I'm about to share with you in this video absolutely works. Okay, I was a doubter. I didn't believe in the stuff that I'm about to tell you, but you know what? I had nothing else to lose. I was at a point where most traders get, where it's just like, you're either going to do this or you're going to just close up shop and go do something else. And a lot of traders get to that point where they're frustrated, they're not getting the results that they want, and then they get to a point where they're going to make a decision, hey, look, I'm going to try something. I don't care if I don't think it's going to work, but I'm willing to give it a shot because I've tried everything else and it doesn't work, so I'm willing to do it. Okay? Until one day, everything clicked. I finally started seeing a light and I had a breakthrough. Okay? Here's what it was. Okay? And this is something that is so important. There is no holy grail of trading. What you want from trading, what you want out of life, all comes from within you. Okay? And as soon as I realized that, where I stopped looking for a secret indicator or a secret method or a secret trade setup that was just going to be the end-all be-all. See, what I wanted certainty. I wanted to know if I got into a trade whether it was going to work. I wanted someone to take the fear away. Okay, I just didn't, I wanted to get into a trade and I just wanted to know, hey, look, this was going to work. So I went into trading rooms. Why? Because I wanted the certainty from the moderator. I wanted the certainty from the instructor. I wanted the certainty from, hey, somebody's going to call the trade. Okay? Well, I've been in trading rooms where there's 200 people in the trading room. Okay? Maybe 25 make money. You got another portion of them that lose money. Some don't even take the trade. And the moderator's calling the trades for everybody. Well, why is that? Why can you be in a room and everybody has different results? And that's because of the way we're interpreting the information, which is what I want to go over in this video with you. Okay? So like I said, there is no holy grail of trading. What you want from trading, what you want out of life, all comes from within you. As soon as you understand that, the better off you're going to be. The money you want, the consistency you want, it all starts with you. Now, I was told this for years, and every time I heard it, I said to myself, and I apologize if this offends anybody, I said to myself, that is bullshit. I fought it and fought that idea hard. Every time I took a loss, I would study more. I try another indicator, I would get on the phone and ask another trader for help. Well, guess what? I even got more confused. Okay? Every single time I took a loss, I was just like, okay, well, let me change the indicator. Let me change my approach. Let me figure out what the hell is going on. Obviously, I don't know enough. I need to know more. I got caught in that vicious cycle, that pattern for years. Take a loss, I don't know enough. Let me go buy something else. Take a loss, I don't know enough. Let me go buy something else. The consistency you want is not found on the chart. It's found in your conditioning. Now, once again, before I go any further, I want to really drill this point home. I am assuming that you do have an edge. Okay? You do have a method that you are using. Okay? Basically, if you go on the simulator, for example, you do really well on the simulator. Okay? You know, you have an idea of when you have a trade, where it's going to go. You have a way of identifying it. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that know what they're doing, but they can't execute what they know. Okay? That's exactly what I want to address in this video. So the consistency you want is not found on the chart. It's found in your conditioning. Think about it. If you get burned by fire or you feel pain doing something, you're going to do whatever you can not to do it again. Well, if we take a loss, it hurts. If you take a lot of losses, it really hurts. And we will do whatever it takes not to feel that again. Which pretty much means you're going to avoid trading. Okay? So if I say, hey, listen, there's a candle over there. You should go over there and put your finger in there. And you're like, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. You're not going to get burned. Just go ahead. Just go do it. Go over there and just try it. And you go and you put your finger in the fire and you get burned. And you come back to me and you go, what the hell was that? That hurt like shit. Why did I do that? I'm not going to do that again. I'm like, man, I don't know, man. Normally anybody who I tell them to go do that, they don't get hurt. Okay? Try it again. Try it again. And you're like, all right. And then you go and you try it again and then you get burned again. Well, every single time that you get burned, you start to have that muscle memory of what that feels like. Okay? You create a neural pathway. Okay? Your brain knows exactly what that feels like and it will do whatever it can to avoid it. So if you are avoiding your trades, It's because of fear of loss. When people say to myself, well, I knew that it was going to do that. I knew that the trade was going to go there. Or I knew that that was going to work. Why did you hesitate? Why did you not get into that trade? Because of fear. That's the reason why. Because you got emotional, you got fearful. Okay? What everyone wants is really not consistency. What people really want is certainty. Well, how do you get certain on something you can't control? Well, the answer is you get certain about yourself and how you're going to approach the market. You get certain about the way you deal with losses. You get certain about who you are. You see yourself as the trader you want to be, not the trader you currently are. Now, I know what I'm sharing with you may not sound groundbreaking. You probably have already heard it before. But here's the deal. That's your mind kicking in. The inner voice that might be saying at this very moment, this is bullshit. I can't believe I spent money on this program and this guy's telling me the same shit that I've already heard plenty of times. This won't work. It's the same inner voice telling you, oh shit, I know this trade is setting up, but what if it's not? We need to manage the inner voice that is not serving you as a trader. Okay? So once again, that same inner voice that might be saying to you right now, man, I've already tried this shit before. Please tell me it's not another positive thinking, visualization bullshit course. Yeah, it is. And I'm going to tell you something. It works. Because I was the same exact person. I fought that stuff for years. And later in the course, I'm going to share with you something that's going to absolutely blow your mind when I go over it with you. Okay? So stay with me. We know that 97% of all traders fail in the long run. 97%. So why would we ever choose to take on something with such a high fail rate? Well, because we think it's going to be different for us. We believe that we will be in the 3%, right? We get caught up with what other people are doing. Well, this one guy is making $5,000 per day trading. I know some that make $20,000 to $30,000 a day. But guess what? That doesn't mean anything unless you're doing it. You can't spend other people's money. So, then why such a high fail rate? Well, I'm going to tell you. Trading goes completely against how you and I are wired as human beings. Yes, it is the exact opposite of how we function. You see, consciously, we want to trade. We think we can do it, but unconsciously, we're scared. The entire job of our unconscious mind is to keep us safe, and yet all we do is take on risk day after day, trade after trade. So the question is, how do we retrain our subconscious to get on board with this whole trading thing when it really doesn't want to? How do we retrain our mind to be our ally? Well, that's what I want to share with you. I want to show you what I did to break the patterns that were not serving me. Once again, before I get into this, I fought these methods and strategies hard. Now, I know why the subconscious not only wants to keep us safe, it hates change with a passion. It also loves patterns, hence why people do the same thing over and over again. The subconscious is running the show. Keys to reprogramming the subconscious. Number 1, relaxation and meditation. Okay? Now, as a type A personality, I fought this so badly. People told me this for years. You have to relax. You have to meditate. You have to think about what it is that you want. And I am telling you, I was just like, I'm not doing this shit. I don't believe it. I don't think that this is really going to work. And I'm not doing it. There's also proper breathing. Okay? What I noticed when I got into a trade is that I would hold my breath. Okay? You need to get oxygen to your brain when you're trading in order to really understand what's going on. Have you ever gotten out of a trade and been like, why in the hell did I jump out of a perfectly good trade? There was nothing wrong with it. Okay? Or why did I miss the trade? Because you're holding your breath. You've got that fear kicking in. You must learn how to properly breathe when you're trading. Okay? Visualization. You need to visualize the person and the trader that you want to be. You have to act as if you're already the trader that you want to be. And I'm not just talking about with your language. I'm talking about really even more importantly with your physiology. okay? With your chest back and your head held up and sitting up straight in your chair, okay? Giving your brain all of the tools it needs to say, hey, look, this guy means it, okay? This is the real deal. And then once again, affirmations, okay? Affirmations to get that language to the subconscious mind. So we're going to get into all of those. I might piss some people off here, but you need to take full responsibility for your life and your current results. The first step to change is to take responsibility for your results. Now, it's not your fault, but you are responsible. That may sound like a play on words, but that one idea will set you free. So, we have learned the subconscious is in control. We know that it wants to keep us safe. It loves patterns, and if it's not on board with our conscious mind, we're stuck. We won't go anywhere. Another thing to understand is that our subconscious mind works in pictures. That's why you may have heard that people have vision boards of things that they want. That's because you want your subconscious to start focusing on what you want. Let's dive in and give you the tools you need to make the changes you want. Now, I'm going to say this again. I'm assuming that you have a methodology that you know and trust. You have an objective way of identifying a trade. Basically, I would never tell someone to just visualize flying a plane if they never went to flight school. That is not what I'm saying. I assume you have the proper skills that you need. The first thing I want you to do is to start thinking of what you want. I want you to seriously start thinking about what it is that you want as a trader. Okay? Do you have a certain dollar amount that you're trying to earn as a trader? I want you to really think about that. Think about how much money you want to make per day or per week. Think about it and start to feel what it would be like to be a profitable trader. To how you would feel at the end of the day if you hit your goal. How that would feel. How you would walk around, what you would look like when you walk around. Would your chest be out? Would you be breathing confidently? Would your head be up? Think of it as if I'm a director and you're auditioning for the part of master trader in my new movie. What would you act like? What would you say? How do you think a master trader talks to themselves? I know that this stuff might sound really corny, but it is absolutely imperative that you do it. Seriously think about if you were going on an audition and you knew that you wanted to get the part in this new movie and it was the part of master trader. What would you look like? How would you walk around? What would you say? Would you look confident? Would you feel confident? What does confidence look like? Think about all those things. How do they walk? How do they sit? Really get into the role you will be playing as a master trader. I want you to play the role of master trader as often as you possibly can. You see, your subconscious can't tell if you're really doing it or pretending. So act as if you're a master trader every second you possibly can. How badly do you want this? How badly do you want change? If you're not getting the results that you want, and I assume that you're not if you're listening to this, then give something else a chance. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, once again, this stuff doesn't work. Or I've tried this already. And I'm here to tell you, if you have tried this before and you did not succeed, it's because your subconscious pattern won. End of story. Do it longer next time. You need at least 21 straight days to form a new pattern. And some people give a half-ass attempt for 2 days and say it doesn't work. It does work. Do it. Okay? Once again, 21 straight days. That means trading days, non-trading days. Yes, that means a weekend. Okay? Once again, your subconscious, I don't want to do that. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Okay? This is your career you're talking about. This is your money. This is your livelihood. Okay? There's nothing more important than you doing this work to get to where you need to go. Would you work out for 2 days and then stop just because you don't have abs? Do you know how silly that sounds? Well, that's what we do with our minds. Our minds need to be exercised the right way. Another thing I used to say to myself, super successful people aren't doing this crap. Mark Cuban isn't going around visualizing. Oh yeah, he is. He just does it unconsciously. He already has that program going. Start reading about successful people. They all do what I'm telling you to do. They just do it without knowing it. Okay? But they are relaxed. They visualize what they want. Okay? They may not sit there and consciously doing it because it's already one of their patterns. It's already one of their rituals. It's already one of their habits. They're already doing it. Okay? I used to say that also when I would learn something. I'd be like, successful traders aren't doing this stuff. They're not sitting around doing affirmations. Yeah, maybe they're not. But the bottom line is that they have a picture in their mind of what they want. And they're doing it unconsciously. They are doing what I'm telling you to do. So act as if you're already the trader you want to be. Every morning, take at least 15 minutes to close your eyes and start visualizing how you want to be. Visualize seeing a trade set up and you taking it and leaving your stop in place. Taking profits and saying, I have confidence in myself. Visualize every single day, sometimes twice a day if you have to. Do it. Next, let's talk about your breathing. Breathing is an extremely important part of trading and success in general. The proper breathing controls your state of mind and will keep you relaxed. Here's what I do right before I enter a trade. I take 3 deep breaths, then pull the trigger. When I'm in the trade, I am very conscious of my breathing. I make sure that I'm taking slow, deep breaths to reinsure that I am staying relaxed. So if I see a trade set up, I'm very aware of my breathing, okay, until it becomes second nature. Especially when I'm in a trade, I will go out of my way to consciously take 3 deep breaths. Okay, I take 3 of those, okay, when I'm in a trade. Here's a trading tip. Here's a tip that will really help you if you're impatient like me, especially if you tend to get out of trades too quickly without giving them time to work. As I already mentioned, take slow deep breaths while you're in your trade, and also stay in your trade for at least 1 full candle. For example, okay, this is so important. If you're trading a 5-minute chart, okay, you must stay in your trade for at least 5 minutes, okay? Don't just get in a trade and jump right out because you freak out and you start second guessing yourself. Make it a point to stay in the candle, okay, for 1 time frame of what you're in. If you're trading a tick or volume chart, then take the average time it takes for a trade to work and stay in for at least half that time. For example, if you know your trade takes on average 20 minutes to work, then you must stay in for at least half of that time, so 10 minutes. This builds your confidence and gives you time to be aware of your breathing. Okay? I would get in a trade and 20 seconds later get out because I could not take the fear. I would freak out and close my position because I just wanted out of it. I just wanted to close out. I just could not handle the uncertainty. As you already know, taking responsibility for your trading is key. Just as important is your level of awareness, what's working and what isn't. If you jump out of a trade too early, move your stops, or take profits too quickly, you need to focus on your breathing and force yourself to stay in the trade. I know it's easier said than done, but with practice, it will get easier. Next, I want you to focus on your language, your outer language, and even more importantly, your inner language. What are you saying to yourself after a loss? Do you say, "You idiot, what the hell, you know better," or "Why in the hell can't I catch a break"? Any negative talk is detrimental to your success. The language we use controls how you feel, which in turn controls your focus and actions. Okay? Be extremely aware of what you're saying to yourself. Okay? Even on the inside. Okay? What your inner dialogue is. So make sure to be aware of your breathing and language. Both are very important to your success. Do not make the mistake I made to discredit how important this is. Don't let your mind get in the way. Do it. Affirmations. I believe in bombarding your subconscious with positive thoughts, language, and images. I got obsessed about it. I have vision boards. I visualize what I want 20 to 30 minutes a day. I meditate to control my breathing. I also do affirmations. What are affirmations? They are a direct command given to your subconscious mind through language, movement, and emotion. The easiest way to write your affirmations down by writing down what your negative thoughts are and writing down the exact opposite. For example, why do I always move my stop? Affirmation would be, as a great trader, I leave my stops in place. Okay, so what you want to do is when you're trading, you want to write down what your mind, what your inner dialogue is saying. Okay, why do I do this? Why can't I catch a break? And then what you want to do is write the exact opposite. Okay, as a great trader, I leave my stops in place. The key with affirmations is that they must include I in it and never use negative words like can't, won't, or don't. For example, this is not a good affirmation. I don't lose money trading. The subconscious ignores the negative word and all it sees is I lose money. The trick to doing affirmations correctly, you must write them down and say them daily with emotion while moving. That is so important. You want your eyes involved, you want your mouth involved, and most importantly, you want your body involved. Put some emotion to it. Act as if you know that you are a master trader. Remember, the subconscious can't tell the difference between real or fantasy. I know this may sound silly, but once again, please do it anyway. Okay? Do it anyway. A quick story, okay? How I had several sessions with a trading psychologist who charged me $500 an hour. Okay, so let me tell you this story. I was losing money trading, and I was trying everything. Okay, and I was looking for help. I was reading books on, on neuro-linguistic programming. I was doing all kinds of things, and I finally came across a trading coach, and I was paying her $500 a session. And I'm going to tell you something, that when I started working with her, when she started out by saying, well, you need to do affirmations and you need to control your breathing, well, I got so friggin' pissed off because I was just like, what in the hell? I already know this shit. I already know that. I thought that you were going to give me something that was going to work. And she's like, well, guess what? That other stuff does work. You're just not doing it. The language and the patterns that you're using, okay, you're not doing them. It's not doing you a service. Okay, so I spent all this money to be told what I'm telling you right now for a fraction of the cost. Okay, but if you let your subconscious mind once again get in the way and say this is bullshit, it doesn't work, you're just going to go off to the next one. If you focus on the fact that there might be some typing errors or that I might misspeak here or there, and if you let your subconscious get in the way with that, you're just going to go ahead and spend more money on something else, and you're never going to get the result that you want. This stuff works. This gal that I worked with, okay, she worked with hedge fund traders, and she's telling them to do the stuff that I'm telling you to do. So if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for you. Do it. Very important. I know these strategies work, but you must do them. You must do them for at least 21 straight days. Yes, that means weekends also. How badly do you want to succeed? That also means that you use the tools even if you have a losing day or week. Okay? You don't stop doing it because you don't see results right away. Some of your patterns you've had for years. Some amazing videos that I watch all the time to help me be the best trader that I can be. Actually, since recording this, I have, or since I came up with this slide, if you email me, okay, I'm going to send you a list of the best YouTube videos on mindset and breathing that are out there. They're free. You can check them out. I watch them almost every day. If you email me, I will send you them in a link that you can you click on. So they're better than what I have here. Okay. In closing, I'm here to help. Email me at dailytradingincome@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. I want to hear about your successes. I want to know how I can help you. I want to know what's working, what isn't working. So please, when you have time, after you've gone through the program and you've applied what I've taught you, please reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. I believe that traders need to stick together. This is a great business, but it's a lonely business, and I think it's the best business out there. So I wish you all the success in the world. I hope that you have found this video and the information in it very helpful. Take care.